Alrighty guys, welcome back. Another episode of Monkey Hero Adventures. We're going to continue our Warring Triad series now. Unukal High over here has some stuff he wants to say for our second one, which is going to be... Oh, there's actually two. Okay, this one is actually just the extreme of the other one. So Fate of the Stars is our next one, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is just how to do Sephiroth Extreme. I'll do that later off camera. Alright, here we go. Fate of the Stars. I am troubled, Warrior of Light. The 6th Legion will not soon surrender its pursuit of Allagan technology. While it is true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Azizlaw defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to his own devices, it will not be long before the Legatus moves to... Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one of your fellow scions. Archani Stola, what news? Are you quite certain they have broken through? Yes, of course. We shall leave immediately. It would seem that the thing I feared the most has come to pass. The Garleans have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Urianger placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control the primal entities. Archani Stola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray depart at once. I will join you when I have informed the other scions of this development. I have something for you, Warrior of Light. During our expedition to banish Sephiroth, I came across a certain relic, and I believe it would be put to best use in your hands. It's an Allagan device of the kind used to store information. In this case, the record of the furious conflict that took place on the shores of Mericidia between the Icon Sephiroth and the forces of Allag. Should you present this tombstone to the verification node outside Triad control, the node systems will analyze the various aspects of the conflict and create you a false icon against which you can train. Consider it a sort of a mock battle that presumes a Sephiroth who has broken free of his shackles. If I understand its workings correctly, the node should also be capable of manifesting a far stronger incarnation of the icon. This would mimic the catastrophic consequences were Sephiroth ever to absorb an additional source of energy, say by defeating another member of the Warring Triad. A compelling challenge for a warrior of your ability, yes? You need not possess Mistress Kryle's knowledge of Allagan technology to begin this particular battle. Simply present the tombstone to the node of the flagship and follow the orb's instructions. I hope the experience brings you valuable insight, Warrior of Light. So that's kind of how the extreme trials for the Triad work. They're just simulations of like harder battles and stuff like that. But let's continue with our story and go to Azizlaw. And I do believe some of these have like extra quests in there, where there's like solo instances and things that aren't just the trials. Like I don't think this one ends in a trial, so but that's okay because we're gonna do all of them. It's the whole story. Yeah, here are the statues, by the way. It's kind of cool. You got so this one is, let's see, it's a chick. I think this is one of the 3 Warring Triad. I'm not going to tell you her name yet because we're going to find out next, actually. Here is another one. And there is Sephiroth right there. In case you didn't know, the statues are up here on the ship, which is really cool. There's old Sephiroth. We beat him already, though. I'm going to go ahead and turn this in while I'm here. Node. Combat simulation. Here's the data. Cool. Defining. Yep. There we go. and now I can do the extreme of Sephiroth if I'd like. Oh look, this one is under the second statue. I see we are first to arrive. No matter. Your colleagues should be here anon, and they were wise indeed to keep this area under surveillance. Had the Guardians slipped by unnoticed, I dare think of the consequences. Archon Y'shtola set forth for Ozzy's Law when it became apparent that the Legatus was attempting to breach the barrier, and arrived to find that he had succeeded. We must hope that he has yet to find his prize. I don't know, we'll see. Well met, Unokanai, and thank you for answering my summons so swiftly, Monkey. We shall all be glad of your presence should we meet with the 6th Legion, as seems all but certain. As you may be aware, the facility houses some of Alec's most advanced technology. Accordingly, Urianger sought to deny the Empire easy ingress by weaving a ward of singular potency. Not strong enough, it would seem. I would be surprised if the Legatus had not reached the core laboratories already. 'Tis passing strange. I wove the ward in accordance with the most closely guarded techniques of archmages of Charlian. Naught was left to chance, naught. 'Tis well known that the children of Garlemald have no talent for arcane manipulation, nor had the Empire more than a cursory knowledge of sorcery. That they should succeed in unraveling such complex a skein of magecraft and with surpassing swiftness is... 'tis passing strange. That it is, Urianger, but 'tis a mystery for another day. Archon Y'shtola has the right of it. Before all else, we must move to safeguard the knowledge which enabled the Alligans to harness primal energies. One particular concern is the Genesis expression, an aetherical chemical formula that allowed the scholars of yore to create substance from nothingness. I know of no such formula. Whence came you by this information? From your enigmatic master, perchance? He did furnish me with that morsel, yes. And knowing exactly what prize the Legatus now seeks enables us to predict his position. Do you not see? We have been gifted the perfect opportunity to remove the head of an entire legion. I didn't think you quite so bloodthirsty, Unokalai. Surely safeguarding secrets should take precedent over slaying Legatuses. Kryle's sentiments reflect my own. Yet, the two objectives need not be mutually exclusive. What say you, Urianger? Urianger! Ah, forgive me. My thoughts were bound in idle imaginings. In answer to thy question, milady, I am content to be led by thee in this matter. Right. I've enabled the facility's teleporters. Shall we? You dwell on the matter of the barrier. I do. Verily, it was a warding spell of labyrinth intricacy, the brainchild of the head of the students of Baldesion himself. Even the most learned Archon would require some several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. To do so in mere bells would require some preternatural power akin to the very echo itself. The terminal has been activated. Prepare to teleport into the Etherical Chemical Research Facility. Let's do this. Alright, let's go, guys. The Garleans strike for the heart of the facility, and the Legatus... Hold on. We must be swift in our pursuit. The Legatus himself is here. After him! I shall contend with this foe. Press onwards, my comrades. Okay. There, it's Van Hydrus.
In the name of the Emperor!
Ah, what? Sorry. Monkey, Kryl needs you. Well, yeah, I know. If I'm trying to kill these other guys. Oh. Mistress Kryl! Alright, come on. I'm going. Go. I will stand guard over Mistress Kryl. You must keep the Legatus from his prize. We leave her in your care, then. You best keep her safe, Unukalai. The central laboratory should be up ahead. Let's hurry along, shall we? After the Legatus. And still they come. Press on, monkey. I will handle this. Alright. I have exposed the bones of their work. Now to extract the marrow. Even in the moment of my triumph, you persist in your misguided crusade. So be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head. Yeah, some of the Garleans have said that shit before. Didn't work out too well for them either.
Savages. Savages. withstand this?
Yeah.
There is nowhere to run. Can you withstand this?
My weapons inhibitors exist for a reason. I will not lose to you again.
Enough!
That's all you got? Magitech enhances my blade work tenfold. You cannot hope to win, but I already did. Monkey! My gear is great, by the way. So that's why that was so easy. Well, that and I'm good at the game, but yes. The Tomalith is unbreached, then. Cryo! My wounds will not slow my blade, should you seek to bar my path. And you would slay me, no doubt. But it would be your final act. Yeah, dude, I'm still here. I just kicked your ass. You touch Cryo, I'm gonna fucking behead you. What madness afflicts you Evorzian fools? The Emperor but desires a means to shackle the Icons and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation? It is not for man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be as kindling waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Allig, and invited the calamity in so doing. This star's fate is too important to be decided by any one man, a warmongering savage least of all. Have care, boy. You speak of my Emperor. But dying here in defense of his honor will not further his cause. Well, well, I appear not to be dead. Cryo. I may have cracked a rib. Or two. But I'll be fine, honestly. Our foes gave no quarter. Had Unukali stinted in his defense of thee, thou mayest be certain thy hurts would be far worse. I could do no less. Mistress Cryle is here at my behest, after all. The secrets of Allig are safe for the present, though it's doubtful the Legatus will return to Garlemald till the prize he coveteth lieth in his grasp. Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Kryl and I will place additional seals upon the tomolith. Unukalai. I appreciate you staying at my side. Thank you. "'Twas not. Oh, please. It was a good deal more than that, and you know it. Don't let me help you. Now let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is, 'You're welcome.' You are welcome." Ah, Urianger. Are the new wards already in place? No. My colleagues yet toil upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret, that I might question thee outside their hearing. Question me? Aye. I would speak with the one who undid my subtlest magecraft, he who invited an imperial legatus into the facility, in hopes of engineering the man's demise at the hands of the Warrior of Light. You accuse me of masterminding this day's events. The plan may have been thy master's, but thy deed was thine. Thou didst lure the legatus of the 6th Legion into a trap from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plan from the first. And you have proof of this. Thine own words betray thee. Thou didst speak of the Empire's desire to claim the Genesis expression, the existence of which even the learned Mistress Kryl was ignorant. Whence did the legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there is the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save some possessed of an otherworldly gift could have so swiftly effected its dissolution. Know thee of another blessed with such? Assuming these accusations have merit, what then? Full many times and oft doth the pursuit of truth lead men down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose. 'Tis but thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire we have a common foe. Hadst thou designed to share thine intentions with Monkey or Mistress Kryl, 'tis like we would have closed the trap with less risk to life, and more success. I sought to use the most dangerous secrets of Alag as bait. Who among you would agree to such a reckless plan? None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals, and those who would control them, the cold rationality upon which thou pridest thyself is conspicuous by its absence. In its absence. Know that the salvation of the star is an end too vast for any one to use of us to accomplish alone. Shouldst thou fail to trust in thy comrades, I foresee thy actions precipitating some terrible misfortune. Indeed. My sincerest apologies, Monkey. Urianger is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Unukalai this transgression, and keep mention of it from Mistress Kryl. 'Twould be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had chance to bloom. There you are, you rotten idler! When Ishtola realized we were struggling with the wards alone, she was absolutely livid. Ah, never mind the warring Triad. I have awoken Archon Ishtola's tempestuous wrath. In supplicant mood shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence. Come, monkey. It is time we return to the Rising Stones. Once again, I must apologize for acting without your consent or counsel. As a gesture of repentance and a sign of good faith, allow me to share something of myself with you. As Urianger suggested, I possess the gift of the Echo, though it is of a nature different from yours. Regardless, I would use my gift for the selfsame purposes, the salvation of this star, and nothing poses a greater threat to the world than the proliferation of primal harnessing technology. This I know only too well. What I am about to divulge concerns the fate of another star entirely. On this other world, a magic was devised that allowed the realm's champions to use a stone known as auracite to contain the power of primals. So armed, these heroic souls conquered god after god, oblivious to their weapons' fatal imperfection. In propensity to bleed primal energies, and with each victory the heroes changed, transforming at last into fiends of endless appetite. Insatiable in their hunger for aether, they ultimately went to war over the star's ever-dwindling life force, and fought until there was nothing left. Thus, as Urianger so astutely observed, when I am faced with those who rush to embrace power unchecked, I lose all semblance of rationality. Know that my master, too, cares deeply about the fate of this star. I am his servant, his instrument, sent here to ensure that the same tragedy does not consume another world. The Garlean Empire's 6th Legion has breached the core laboratories of Azislaw's research facility. Seeking to prevent the Imperials from extracting the Genesis expression, the Warrior of Light and his allies pursued the Legatus and his soldiers and succeeded in denying him the vital formula. The Garleans claim their interest in primal harnessing technology comes from a desire to constrain the entity's wanton destruction. But while this purpose seems perfectly noble, such control would place the power of gods into the hands of a select group of men, who then might oppose the Emperor should he wish to sunder the world. And what guarantee prevents error and happenstance from setting the primals free? Ever would the threat of their accidental awakening loom over our heads. By harnessing a primal, one is also condensing and concentrating its vast energies. Upon the being's release, its long-suppressed power and simmering rancor explodes with unimaginable violence. With their potency increased far beyond that of the typical beastman summoned deity, the defeat of harnessed entities becomes exponentially more arduous. Such might can only be overcome with more might. But ultimately, the battle has no victor. When powers of this magnitude collide, they consume immense reservoirs of ether. The star will be drained of life before the clash can be decided, and all will crumble into oblivion. Warrior of Light, If this world is to survive, we must needs forward with our plan. Another pillar of the warring Triad must be toppled. The question of which has already been answered. Following our encounter with the Legatus, Archon Ishtola detected erratic etheric waveforms emanating from the sector containing the icon Sophia, known simply as the Goddess in former times. Such readings can only mean one thing. She is close to awakening. Let us return to Azislav forthwith and put an end to this primal deity, lest she rise again in all her terrible glory. We appear to be the first to arrive. Shall we await our colleagues here? Sure. We're always the first to arrive. They slowed. Could the 6th Legion have returned? Monkey! Unakalai! We're under attack. Ishtola and Uriyanshe have engaged the foe not far from here. Ha! Rarely is my shield thus tested. 'Twould seem the Alligans have not been lax in their recruitment. Think you so? Mayhap your arm merely withered whilst you lay idle. Still your tongues. We have stalled them long enough. With scales in hand, the goddess shall rise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, with wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and thence bring balance unto all. Hear my words in despair, Alligans. Our goddess is awoken. Your civilization has birthed the instruments of its own undoing. 'Tis well that you are here, Monkey. I should like to know what our assailants were saying. You understood their words, did you not? 'Twas a Mericidian dialect, if my ears not deceive, though one which beareth scant resemblance to any spoken in recent times. As for our antagonist's meaning, I do gladly defer to those blessed with the echo. The one with the shield seemed to think we were Alligans. He recited what sounded like a verse of prophecy that claimed that their goddess is awoken. Is that about right, Monkey? And might we assume that this deity of theirs is the very icon we've come to topple? Aye. From their tongue, their words, and their attire, 'tis like our antagonists were Mericidian, thralls of the goddess Sophia and victims of the Allagan's incursions. If, as Crow claimeth, they thought us agents of Allag, 'tis little wonder that they sought to bring us low. You suggest that Sophia's servants have been liberated by their containment. Then we have no choice but to accept word of her awakening as truth. Gods help us. The warring Triad have proven formidable enough when we've roused them to a fraction of their true strength. Should Sophia break free at the peak of her prowess, Monkey and his friends won't stand a chance. I mean, I'm pretty good, dude. But alright. Let us be about it then. Monkey, Kryl, Unukalai, the three of you will make direct for Sophia's containment facility. Urianger and I will do what we can to occupy the Icon's thralls. Mr. Kryl, do you perchance recall the words of the prophecy in its entirety? Let me see. I believe it was, with scales in hand the goddess shall arise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, with wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and thence bring balance unto all. Alrighty, let's hope that we get another quick cue for this one. And while we do that, I will go... 7 minutes, okay. I will go and attune to the other Aetherite to have Bismarck Extreme open up. And then if it hasn't popped by then, I will, I don't know, do a hunting log or something and chit-chat. By the way, Sophia is my favorite of the three. I like the music in there the best. I know Sephiroth the second phase, I mean, it has that Power Man 5000 thing. They actually, I think, had like a lawsuit over that. Because that song sounds exactly like When Worlds Collide by Power Man 5000. But, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, so... yeah, I like the music. The weapons are really cool. The crafted weapons are very gold and glowy and, you know, pretty. I think her bird mount that you get from the Extreme Trial is one of the best looking ones. Yeah, really, really like Sophia. I like the fight. It's very fun. It's different. Yeah, I like it in every way. It's really good. So, like I said, hopefully it's not too long of a queue. I don't think it should be. If it starts getting too long, I might be able to find somebody to come online and do it with me unsynced and just kind of like blitz through it, but if it's too far away, well, let me get closer. After a pause, you smash the gemstone against the Aetherite. Nothing much happens. Out of habit, you attune to the Aetherite, and once more, nothing much happens. So both of these can now be hidden, along with all this other stuff that I have opened up. It's crazy, right? Let's go to Idleshire and grab the upgraded pair of pants, just so that I'm in the best that I can be in. Go up one item level. Alrighty, there we go. 270. That is the best. And like I said, hopefully this doesn't take too long. Let me look and see. Yeah, there's nobody else online, so let's go check our retainers real quick and see what they've sold. See if we've made any more money. And then after that, I can go back to working on my hunting log here, which it's not very glamorous, but hey, I'm getting it done. Alright, let's see here. Oh, 58,000 more. Nice. Let's see. What do we still have for sale here? Let's go ahead and update all of our prices. See if we can get this stuff to sell. Ooh, that one's really low now. Oh no. Alrighty. Oh, did I even have anything selling on this person? I don't think I did. No, it created her. She doesn't have anything there. Is she selling anything? Nope. Okay. Well, let's sell some stuff. Let's sort our inventory. See what kind of stuff I have. Don't need these. I'm not going to sell for anything. These aren't going to sell for anything. Okay, dyes. I'm pretty sure that's not going to sell for anything. No. 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 Dragon skin might actually sell. Let's see what this sells for. It's not much, but why not? Put it up there. Raptor Sinew. Hey, alright. Wolfangs. Dragon Fangs. Dragon Scales. Blue Yarzon legs. Dragon blood. Bear fat. Now this usually actually sells pretty well. Oh, it's down to 600 apiece, huh? Oh, that's fine. Gob Walker shielding. Nope. We'll just sell that. I'm not gonna put it up for less than it. So I gotta sell these. Marlboro seeding. Sure. Crackle root. Alright, anything here? Nope, nothing they can sell. Alright. Alright. Let's go to our inventory here and use our stuff here. Cool. And alright, still waiting. Sad. And nobody's on. Also sad. Well, hopefully it doesn't take too long. Let's go ahead and do some hunting log. I got, oh, yep. Gotta go to Corthus. Kill some ogres. Alrighty. I think we got the chinchillas and the battle birds are both over here. And then this one will be done. And the chinchillas are over here too. Do. Nope, we're not doing that fate. Alright, rank 5. Camp Drybone it is. You know what? We don't even have a nickname on. We need to pick a nickname real quick. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay, we got Cavalier, Heart of the Party, Defender of Eorzea, Final Witness, Icebreaker, Silver Lining, Unserved, Gambler, Bearer Torch, Unbeliever. I always like Unbeliever. The Redeemed, Nidhogg Slayer of the Silver Fuller, Imperial Nuisance. Under Archon, the End of Ascalon, the Darkest Shadow. You know what? I feel like that's a probably good one for Ninja, right? Sky Pirate, All Thoughts, Chief Mourner, and Wings of Time. Yeah, let's go with the Darkest Shadow. Even though we're wearing white, who knew? All right, come on, Sophia. Don't make this a very long video. Making us wait. Please. People don't want to wait on this very long, and I don't blame them. Oh man, I need to be doing this with the boy out here. Alright, going to more donut for the next few. Oh, wrong way. Although I'm sure there's some stuff over there too. Mud puppies! Oh, the time on these is getting along. Might need to call Uncle Rico and see if he can come just like destroy this thing for me. There it is. Let's go. Alright. Sorry about that 15-minute wait there. If I can figure out how to cut out that 15 minutes, I definitely would. Don't really know how to do very much editing, guys. Sorry, but we are now in there, so we can finish it. Figure it out there. Oh no. The tank's not going to hit commence. Oh no. We're going to have to keep waiting. Oh no. You stupid tank. Why would you do this to us? Alrighty, well. Let's go kill the things on the other side. Okay, good. No one came. Oh. Hit commence this time? Yay! Alright, let's go.
I leave the goddess in your capable hands. Just watch out for her worshippers.
I'm not gonna lie, she can be my goddess for sure.
The unenlightened come. Know you the full weight of death. Come forth, scales of revelation. I would know the weight of your souls. Can you bring equilibrium? I shall tip back the balance.
We did not just wipe. Oh my god, we just wiped. I cannot believe that just happened.
The unenlightened come. Know you the full weight of death. Come forth, scales of revelation. I would know the weight of your souls. And you bring equilibrium. I shall tip back the balance. Sin must be balanced with suffering.
I like this one. It's calming.
Daughter, be the bearer of my wisdom.
See, the goddess is no more. Well done. Once Kryl and Unukala have rejoined us, we may safely depart. One thing yet puzzles me, however. How did Sophia's servants come to wake from their slumber? I believe I will have the answer to that. We discovered the remains of a Garlean soldier in an adjacent sector of the containment facility. 'Tis like that the fool ventured too close to Sophia during the Empire's previous incursion, and was enthralled for his troubles. Another reminder, if any were needed, as to the incalculable threat posed by these beings. The goddess would not even have been conscious when she claimed the man's will, and yet his mistake granted her the means to release her servants, and would have resulted in her own liberation, had we not been on hand to intervene. I do much wonder that the Icon's pawn was capable of so effectively manipulating the facility's containment systems. How came her by such rarefied knowledge? That too is easily explained. During our investigations, Kryl discovered a subtle flaw in one of the mechanisms which held the goddess in check. A flaw which had been plainly added intentionally. Upon examining the facility's records of the period, we're able to piece together the story. It was a time towards the end of the Third Astral Era, when the peoples of Mericidia faced extinction at the hands of the Allagan Empire. Sophia, a being of incomparable cunning, was said to have communicated certain plans to her servants through the medium of a trusted oracle. Following the oracle's instructions, they duly conspired with a rebel faction within Allag, who we believe agreed to tamper with the prison intended for Sophia, and when the goddess and her thralls chanced to be captured, though we suspect that this had always been their plan. Indeed, the prison was situated at the heart of Allag, and we think they intended to attack the city from within, they would merely have to wait for the rebels to exploit the weakness in their confines. But the conspirators' dealings with the Mericidians were exposed before they could enact their plot, and all were summarily executed. It seems that the flaw itself remained undiscovered, however, and might have remained so until the end of days had it not been for the actions of the Archbishop and subsequently the Garleans. I cannot help but wonder what might have come to pass had their scheme been successful. Mayhap the answer lies in the prophecy. Kryl hath the right of it. Its words may be deciphered thus. The cursed Paul speaketh of Sophia's prison, in which she was supposed to emerge at the agreed hour. The Worm King, meanwhile, can be none other than the great Bahamut himself, and yet as a prisoner, whom the goddess did intend to unleash upon Alec, to set right the scales of justice. A foolhardily planned. Had it come to fruition, the two of them would surely have razed the realm. Naught would have been spared the devastation the Mericidians' homeland included. The home had already stood on the brink of oblivion. Mayhap they wished for naught else but to purge the poison of Alec with primal fire. The tale teacheth us that even the greatest of man's creations may yet be brought low by a single act of treachery. The Allegans were fools to place their trust in technological bondage. To shackle such beings is but to delay the inevitable. Naught save their total destruction shall free us from their menace. Let us return to the Rising Stones, and there consider the final step of this most needful task. The threat posed by this facility is far greater than you imagine, Noriange, and one not limited to the Icons themselves. Sophia's remaining servants must be put down. Warning. Deactivating stasis chamber support systems will result in subject termination. Enter identification code to continue. Identification code accepted. Subjects terminated. Is aught amiss, Warrior of Light? Archon Y'shtola mentioned that there was a matter she wished to discuss. Well met, Monkey. You will forgive me if I seem curt, but I would settle an account with our young friend. While conducting a final sweep of Sophia's containment facility, we discovered that all her remaining thralls had perished in their stasis chambers. Was this your doing? Aye, it was. I chose to act upon the knowledge revealed with the tombstone we recovered. The true purpose of these prisons is far more horrifying than we first assumed. The Allegans were not simply observing the Icons and siphoning away their energies. They were conducting experiments in preparation for a far more ambitious project. If you'll recall, both the Fiend and the Goddess were imprisoned with massive spherical structures. These spheres were prototypes, which paved the way for the successful construction of an artificial celestial body. You speak of Dalamud. I. The Icon's cages are unmistakably as the same design as the Red Moon. To be plain, the research facility contains the seeds of 3 calamities which might feasibly be visited upon a chosen target. Eliminating one of them necessitate the destruction of the goddess's slumbering thralls, a distasteful task unbefitting one such as a warrior of light. Thus did I resolve to perform the deed myself. You have made your case. It is apparent that we were not in full possession of the facts. Nevertheless, your notion of what may or may not be expected of Monkey is presumptuous in the extreme. When the Warrior of Light chose to join the Scions, he did so in knowledge that he would be required to face and destroy not only the Primals, but also their fanatical servants. That which you term a distasteful task is an essential part of our calling, a burden which every Scion has sworn to shoulder. I see. It would seem I misjudged the depth of your resolve. No matter. Assuming I have made myself understood, we now not speak of this again. There is, however, one other subject which merits discussion. You determined that Sophia's thralls were awoken by a Garlean soldier, who had somehow gained access to the containment area, did you not? If that is the case, it seems highly doubtful that the interloper wandered into such a dangerous part of the facility by chance. Dissidents within the Empire claim that the 6th Legion is rife with agents under orders to thwart the Legatus' missions by any means necessary. Lest you imagine that we have allies in Garlemald, I should clarify that their motive is wholly uncharitable. Regular Van Hydrus rose to the top of the Garlean military on merit alone, and is fiercely loyal to the Emperor for recognizing his efforts. His compeers, by contrast, rose through the favor of the established order, and would accordingly do anything to see him fail. But they would be so reckless. You truly believe that the actions of these agents contributed to the recent crisis? Aye, and that they pose no less a risk to the realm than these loyal to the Emperor. Those. Plainly, we must needs continue to do all in our power to prevent the technologies of Alec from falling into the hands of man. On that point, at least, we have ever been in complete agreement. The goddess has fallen, and only one pillar of the warring Triad remains. According to the records we discovered upon Sophia's destruction, the Icon had once schemed to bring the Allegan Empire to ruin from within. The histories also spoke of her followers, and how they perceived the ever-expanding Imperials as an anathema to the world's balance. Equilibrium is Sophia's domain. Her worship saw the righting of the scales as their sacred duty, and thus did they resist the Allegans' invasion with holy fervor. Never mind that the summoning of an Icon did upset their previous balance all the more. Precious. The concept of balance is, however, of great interest to my master. A world must have both light and darkness, and a sudden surge of either will endanger its very existence. Upon our first meeting, my master spoke thus: I am not the light's servant, but for the present I must serve. One cannot arbitrate equilibrium if one is not fluid of stance. The tenets of our justice are found not in light or darkness, nor the gray shades in between, but we seek to enforce that which prevents the visitation of oblivion, to moderate the endless waves of war, such that neither side claims victory. That is our charge. Alrighty, that is going to be it for this one. We will have our final Warring Triad video here in a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed, and again, sorry for that 15-minute wait. I will make a notation in the video that you can skip. Alright, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.